Welcome to the PPD1 Lab Reception RX Intake and Data Entry. Today we're going to be talking about the different types of prescriptions you may be seeing in your pharmacies, as well as the prescription laws in general and what's included in them, what's required for them to be a valid prescription. So first of all, let's go right into what types of prescriptions that you might be seeing in your experiences. Number one is usually, used to be common 20 years ago, written prescriptions. They're really getting outdated, but just be aware that handwritten prescriptions do still exist, and you will have to read them. You will have to detect the SIG codes and the signatures on them. The second one is a telephone script here, and doctors will either call them into you and you'll be talking to them, or the nurse, or you'll be taking them off of the answering machine. And thirdly, an electronic script. This is really the more modern script of today. You'll see them coming through your pharmacy computer systems, and they'll be right on the system already, so you don't have to take them from the patient. Sometimes doctors will actually have electronic machines though at their office, and you'll see everything typed out. So you might get some dropped off that are actually all typed out instead of handwritten, which can sometimes be very nice. Fax, that's another common one. Usually mostly for refill requests, so you might see things coming through on the fax machine, and you might be faxing things to doctors' offices. And then the last one mainly is transfers, so you might be transferring something in. Somebody drops off a prescription and wants you to transfer it. You call up another pharmacy, or maybe they want their medication transferred somewhere else, and the pharmacy will call you and you'll give them the copy. So let's go over what's actually required by law. Over here on the right hand side, you'll see at the top the doctor's full name as well as their title. Sometimes this will vary: PA, dentist, doctor. You'll see different things up here. The address of their office phone. Sometimes you'll see a fax. And then the main things that are really required in general are the patient's name as well as their date of birth, which sometimes won't be put on there, so just ask the patient if this is missing. If it's a controlled substance in Ohio, you have to put the address, so this is something that you might be looking up in the computer. And then the date of the prescription really is essential to make sure that it's a valid script and it can be filled. Of course, the drug, the strength, how it's to be taken, the frequency, as well as the amount. And the real big thing down here with refills, it's important that they actually write something out, circle something, and do not put PRN or as needed. That is not valid. You must call on that to see what the doctor really wants. The final thing is their signature. This is their authorization. They're saying that this is the prescription and it is valid and it was signed by doctor, PA, whoever it may be. You might see a DEA that's required for controlled substances, and these first two letters here, if you see something like an M at the beginning, that means they're a mid-level practitioner like a PA or a nurse practitioner, so just be aware of that. And then to the left here, just another quick example. You can go through and check them off, maybe if you want to double check them in your pharmacy as people drop them off. So this is a conclusion to the video, and be sure to check out the others. There's going to be more information and they're going to build on each other. Thank you for your time.